We're here today to take the next steps to preserve the history and heritage of jazz in Philadelphia in a meaningful way. And we're right here, John Coltrane House, home of one of America's most influential and pioneering jazz composers and musicians, because this landmark property provides a natural focal point for the preservation of Philadelphia's jazz heritage. John Coltrane loved this Strawberry Mansion neighborhood. He returned often for renewed musical inspiration in this community, and he was always, always, always welcome home. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and say hello to John Coltrane's beloved cousin, Mary Alexander, who resided here at 1511 North 33rd after John bought the house for himself, his mother, and cousins to live in. Ms. Alexander was the inspiration for John Coltrane's composition, Cousin Mary. She has endeavored to preserve the Coltrane legacy in Philadelphia for many years as the founder of the John Coltrane Cultural Society. Once again, thank you, Cousin Mary. Give it up for her one more time. Philadelphia Jazz Coalition, a group of musicians, music institutions, and city leaders have come together to serve this city and strengthen this mission to celebrate jazz in Philadelphia. As mayor of America's greatest music city and the hometown of revolutionary jazz artists, I am proud to present and read a proclamation to declare today, April 13, 2012, as Jazz Appreciation Day in Philadelphia. Let me ask Charlie Rice to come to the podium. So, as I mentioned, I know it's a little, I know it's going to get a little warmer today, but it's a little chilly right now. Charlie said he hopes so. Charlie Rice is one of Philadelphia's legendary jazz drummers. He's been a mainstay of the Philadelphia jazz scene since the late 1940s, when he jammed with Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. At 92 years of age, I mean to put you on blast there. But he said too late now. You're trying to keep that. You're trying to keep that a secret, huh? He is still going strong on the city's jazz circuit, and so I have this proclamation which I'm going to present to him. It is very well written. It is also very long, but let me just say, in this birthplace of revolutionary American freedom, revolutionary Philadelphia-born jazz rings with creative freedom. Philadelphia's growing community of jazz musicians, venues and institutions and organizations such as the Philadelphia Jazz Coalition are working together to preserve our jazz heritage and to teach the art of jazz to a new generation of future jazz in Philadelphia. Jazz Appreciation Month, JAM, is a program launched in April 2002 by the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of American History. Additionally, since April of 2010, the United States Conference of Mayors has called on its member cities to observe April as Jazz Appreciation Month and collectively designate a day in April as Jazz Appreciation Day. Therefore, I, Michael A. Nutter, Mayor of the City of Philadelphia, do hereby proclaim the month of April as Philadelphia Jazz Appreciation Month and proclaim April 13th, 2012 to be Jazz Appreciation Day in Philadelphia. We urge all citizens to be aware of the vibrant, living legacy of jazz in Philadelphia and invite music lovers everywhere to join Philadelphians in enjoying Philadelphia Jazz Appreciation Month events taking place throughout the city. This is signed by me as the mayor. This is an official document, and it is a great, great honor to present it. Charlie Rice.
Thank you, my constituents. I just want to say a few words about John Coltrane. We came up together. I was much older than Train, but we went out on the road with Eddie Cleanhead Vincent. This is going back. Jimmy Heath had a big band, and we got together with Eddie Vincent. He brought a band into Philadelphia, and you know, we used to always run up there and sit in. And he heard the guys in Philadelphia and got rid of his band and hired us. But the only bad thing, you know, we did this, what's it called, chittling circuit down south. And a lot of the people used to look at us. We would play Sipping at Bells or something. They said, what is this? They didn't understand no jazz at all, you know. And Eddie Vincent said we had to play the blues to get them in the hotel. And then we played jazz. But the office didn't like it. But John Coltrane was one of the nicest human beings you ever wanted to meet. I'm sincerely. I never heard Train criticize anybody. Never. And I've known him from the beginning. Nicest man you ever want to meet. Could meet a nicer human being. And in his playing, he was telling me that, I said, Train, you really have a nice group, and he had Elvin Jones and all of them. And he told me that he was going out a little further. And I said, Train, if you go out further, you won't have an audience. But I recall when I think Train was getting ill, you know, he came to Peps and he had on tails and white sneaks. And I said, oh, something's wrong here. You know? And you know, my hobby is tailoring. And he would always say, Rice, when are you going to make me a suit? I got some material and I know you would like this material. I said, no, Train. I said, I even hate sewing for myself, let alone, you know. But he really rises from the bottom on up to the top. And I'm sure, you remember the thing from Washington, D.C. with Sonny Rollins? Did anybody see that on TV? I'm sure a Train would be right up there beside him, you know? So, as for myself, I appreciate all my guys that I've worked with through the years and the ones that I know that's here. And we've lost a lot of people like Butch Ballard, you know, Jimmy Ricks, a lot of our friends, Percy Heath, all of them is gone. So just keep in mind that this is a rich avenue for Philadelphia musicians. So let's keep the thing going. And we want to thank the mayor and all these people for bringing us in. Thank you.
Hey, Daddy, yo.
Something. Yay!
I see a young lady with a trumpet.
Jalen.